I think what we're going to do is give everybody a mulligan today. I haven't really okayed this with the tournament committee, but I think everybody deserves a mulligan, right? And really, that's the theme of a new book that, well, actually, it's not new. It's my last book that came out called The Mulligan. And the theme of the book is that everyone needs a second chance in golf and in life. And we've all had our second chances. And I know Ken Blanchard, the co-author, and I have had our second chances on the golf course and also in life. So I want to just kind of talk about those today and then in the short time that we've got before we go out and play. Because golf is so much like life, isn't it? I mean, just about the time you think you got it locked, it jumps up and bites you. And you can go through every emotion out there on a golf course that you do in life. The most phenomenal experience I had on the golf course, and this was another great mulligan, because I didn't deserve it. It was a gift. I'm playing in the Western Open at Butler National, which was voted by the players year in and year out the toughest golf course on the tour. And that year I was leading the tournament the first day, the second day, and the third day, and I'm paired on the last group on national TV with Dave Eichelberger and Tom Watson. Tom Watson was the giant killer that year. He won at Turnberry, which is where they're having the British Open next year. And also I was just so nervous, you know, because I knew Tom was beating everybody and I had a chance. And I was sticking to him like glue all the way around till we came to the 15th hole, which is voted the toughest par 5 on tour. Because you have to hit a driver to get out to the end of this dogleg. But the fairway slopes around like this around the turn, and they'd had a drought that year, and you could drop a ball in the center of the fairway or anywhere to the right center. It would roll down this hard pan, and then it would roll down where everybody was walking around the corner, matted the grass down, and then there was this thicket, just as thick as could be all the way around the corner, so it was almost an automatic penalty shot if you went down in the thicket. But to get it up to the left, you had to hit it right on this little plateau of grass up there, and there was out of bounds. A little fence there, right in the rough line. So it was a tough shot, and I'm playing for my life, you know. So I remember hitting this driver, and I saw it going out there, and I go, this is perfect. And then I went, oh boy, the wind's got it. I knew it was going to hit that slope, and it was going to be down in that thicket. And on Saturday, I knocked it in there and made a bogey. And so I knew it was up. And I walked over this ridge, because you can't see the fairway from the tee either. And I remember going, oh, Lord, give me the strength to just get the ball out of those bushes and do the best I can. And I looked out, and all of a sudden I saw my ball on that slope. I couldn't believe it was my ball. I was so thankful. And I got up about 4 or 5 feet away from my ball, and I looked down, and it had rolled down that slope, and it was resting right against and being held up by this tiny little melting ice cube. In the fairway. It's 100 degrees. I'm in Chicago, and there's an ice cube in a fairway. I mean, I said, thank you, Lord. I don't know where that came from. But that was a great break. I mean, that was a great mulligan. The problem is, there's always a test. The test for me is I had to wait for other guys to hit first. That thing was melting. So I got my grip, and then I casually got my shadow over the ball to keep it cool. But I really want to talk about the ultimate mulligan, and that's really the reason I'm up here, is because we are all designed to have and receive that ultimate mulligan. And that happened to me at the University of Florida almost 40 years ago. I grew up in Indiana. I was a northern boy. And I grew up and I had a very difficult childhood. I grew up and I had an alcoholic dad that never gave me any affirmation, told me I was stupid and dumb. And I wanted to please him so bad. I remember just working so hard, anything I did, but I never got that approval. And so what happens in that situation is you become a human doing. You find all your significance in your performance, and it just becomes a way of life. And so for me, that's just what just drove me and drove me and drove me. Basically, that everybody's going to have to come before God and present their life and be held accountable for the way they've lived their life. And I said, I don't want to do that. But he says, but what if someone could come and live a life for you that you couldn't live and then take your place. You know, in essence, we're all going to have to turn in a scorecard to God someday, you know, our life. Now let's just say you have to play a perfect round. You have to birdie every hole that you've ever played your whole life. Pretty impossible. But what if somebody could come and play that perfect round for you and then give you their card for yours? Swap. And then you turn in their card. And so 40 years ago, I made that decision. I didn't really know a lot about the Bible, but I knew I was messed up, and I knew there had to be a way, and this seemed like the best way, and it seemed like even though I couldn't grasp that love totally, I needed it. And I made that decision to follow Christ and to start out. And my life has really never been the same for the last 40 years.